I love math, math, math. Math can change the world. I love to factor. I like the box method. Don't miss a misleading video.
Alright, 1.35 add or subtract complex numbers. Basically what this is just combine like terms. Just like we did in that warm-up. So let's go ahead and try this example here. I have a parentheses 8 plus 3i. You'll notice that it goes real and then the complex. So nothing with I and then something with I. And this time we're going to subtract that from 4 minus 10i. Okay, just like one of that warm-up problems here, this negative sign you can think of as two ways. They call it the inverse, which means you change all the math operations inside, or you can distribute a negative 1. So if I distribute this negative 1 here, I'm going to go ahead and drop the parentheses over here. So that would be negative 1 times 4 and negative 1 times negative 10i. This would give us 8 plus 3i. That becomes a negative 4 and positive 10i. And then you have the reals here. You're not doing something crazy like opposites. It's just adding. 8 plus negative 4, 8 minus 4 gives you 4. And this one over here will give you, these are like terms because they both have I in it. And you're just looking at the coefficient. So pretend it's like 3x and 10x. That would just be 13x, and we call this 13i. So you'll notice my answer will have the real first and then the complex. For questions 25 to 30, go ahead and skip 3. Your directions are to simplify these, and go ahead and press play when you want to see me do it step by step, or you just want to check your answers. Okay, for number 25, I recognize that it's a plus, which means I don't need to distribute or anything. You can drop the parentheses. So I'm going to have 6 plus I plus 4 minus 5i. And I can just combine like terms here. So 6 plus 4 is 10. And remember, this one doesn't have anything, so you can put a 1 here. So it's really just 1 minus 5, which is negative 4i. And that's your answer. For number 26, this one has a negative sign. So you can make that a negative 1, and you can go ahead and distribute that negative 1. So that'll give me, I don't need the parentheses on this left side, 8 plus 3i. And then negative 1 times 6, and negative 1 times a negative 2i. This will get me 8 plus 3i minus 6 plus 2i. And then I'm going to go ahead and just combine like terms. That becomes 2. And this becomes plus 5i. Number 27. Again, this one has a negative sign, so you can think of it as a negative 1. So negative 1. Don't need the parentheses here because there's nothing unto the outside or to the left of the parentheses. So 5 minus I. Negative 1 times 3 and negative 1 times negative 2i. Let's clean this up. You're going to get 5 minus I minus 3 plus 2i. And we're just going to combine like terms here. So that would give me a 2. Put a 1 here, so that's negative 1 plus 2 will give me a positive 1i, or just I, right? Because there's a 1 in front. Number 28. This one's going to be nice and easy because this is a plus sign. So you don't need all these parentheses. And you can just combine like terms. Super easy. That'll give you 2. And then remember the numbers in front of I, so 2 minus 3 is negative 1i, or negative I. Remember, that's just like 2 minus x. There's always a 1 in front. Does that make sense? Hopefully that helped. Okay, number 29. This one's nice and easy. That's a plus sign, so I don't need to distribute anything, and I can just, I don't need the parentheses. So I have the reals, 6 plus 4 is 10, and then negative 3 and then negative 2 gives me negative 5i. Would it be wrong if you wrote something like this, negative 5i plus 10? It would not. Again, they just like the real.
Do you know what's a math teacher's favorite kind of tree?
The imaginary part.
Geometry.
Number 30. Uh-oh. I see that negative sign. Let's go ahead and distribute that negative 1. So negative 1 times a 1 and negative 1 times a negative 5i. Right? Pass out candy, everybody's gotta have it. Can't just give it to one kid, they won't be happy. Okay, so I got negative 11 plus 4i. That becomes negative 1 and then positive 5i. Okay, that becomes negative 12. And 4 plus 5 gives you 9. 9i is our answer.
Mr. Math Inc. I love math. The 10 Commandments of Math. Commandment number 1. Thou shalt not write thy math papers in ink. Make sure to obey all of the 10 Commandments of the law. Peace.